I think what's interesting about the Poldark novels, and what we've tried to do, is a study of what are the options and roles available for women at that period.
We're here to ask for money, Mama.
Mowena's a perfect example of a girl who has very limited options, actually.
Is that a comical book, Mowena?
She starts as a wedge between Elizabeth and Geoffrey Charles, and then he has this idea that she could be used for a whole lot more.
He's very much using her youth, looks and her status as a way to make connections for himself, to marry her off to Osborne Whitworth.
Do you play with?
Mowena essentially is Elizabeth 10 years ago, and Elizabeth can see that and can see the mistakes that she might make. Her marriage is more successful than it ever was to Francis because it wasn't founded on romance, it's not run on emotion.
The relationship to the Godolphins that he can then achieve through her becomes really important to him.
And getting Drake arrested and blackmail her into this terrible, terrible marriage. I mean, she's been so courageous, saved the life of the man that she loves.
She is basically treated as a chattel. Frankly, what he does is truly appalling. She has no rights at all of any kind. Par for the course for a lot of women in that time in history.
Where are you, my love?
Yes, there is a certain amount of standing on the cliff tops looking out to sea, but actually they're not just sitting at home.
We know our mission.
They are very active in trying to find out news. Ross has business ventures. These don't just look after themselves.
A farm to run and a mine beside.
Ross is slightly embarrassed that she copes so well.
Other women may bow and scrape and ask permission, as I once did.
She's a very modern woman.
But no longer.
She always fights for what she believes in.
For all I knew, you were never coming back.
It's them trying to work together on their relationship and work through it as a couple. It's a story of a marriage.
You're my wife, not my chattel.
All the women of Poldark, all their marriages, are a counterpoint, a shadow, an echo of the marriage between Ross and Demelza.
And getting to show that it takes more than just love, it takes hard work to make a marriage work, and that is what Dwight and Caroline sort of realising, I think.
She goes through a lot of different phases, Caroline. Private moments of being genuinely sort of, I think, quite frightened and vulnerable in it.
There's always going to be conflicts, trials and tribulations in any relationship, no matter when it is and what era it is.